Undertale's successor Deltarune is a game known for its lore and many secrets. In Chapter 1, we got to know about the Dark Fountains, the entrance to the Dark World. These mysterious fountains sparked a lot of discussion in the community. In Chapter 2, the Queen mentions the Roaring Knight, the being that created these Dark Fountains. For years, the community speculated about the Knight and their influence and motives. When Chapters 3 and 4 released, people rushed to play them so that they could find out more about the Knight. But not a lot of people expected that at the end of Chapter 3, we didn't just get more dialogue about the Knight, we actually got to fight him. This encounter is interesting for multiple reasons. First of all, the Knight's design. It's awesome. A being in pitch black armor with a huge sword and a floating trail of themselves behind it. The Knight is also arguably one of the hardest bosses in the game, with some people taking hours to beat it, especially if you don't get the Shadow Mantle. But the one thing that really stood out to me was the Knight's theme that played during the battle. It conveys the narrative and emotions of this fight so well, and also some other quirks if you dig deep enough. My name is Nicolasius, and today I want to show you the sheer genius behind the Knight's theme song, Black Knife. If you've been a part of the Deltarune fandom, you probably know about leitmotifs. A leitmotif is a recurrent theme throughout a musical composition associated with a particular person or idea. For example, Asgore's theme in Undertale contains the leitmotif of Toriel, because they were the ones ruling the underground. Leitmotifs are already heavily explored in the community, so I won't focus on them too much. In the Knight's case, the leitmotifs found in the theme hint towards the Knight's connections and potential identity. But these things are all based on heavy speculation and theories, and I don't want to dive into the lore of the game. I simply want to break down the Knight's theme for its narrative power and how sound can convey a story and the feelings of the characters. Black Knife can be split up into 3 parts. The first 2 parts are very different from each other, while part 3 is just a combination of the first 2. So let's look into part 1 of Black Knife. The Knight gets built up as one of, if not the strongest creature in the Dark World. So this fight wants to tell us one thing in the beginning: you are going to lose. And the theme conveys this perfectly. It's not just some classic upbeat battle theme, it's a brutal, chaotic bitch-crushy song that shows the raw power of the Knight. It doesn't even sound like the theme was meant to be playing for us, it's just there for the Knight while he crushes our party. But there's still hope. The determination of the soul was never meant to be defeated. And if you persist long enough, you will make it too. Part 2 presents a glimmer of hope. We could keep up with the Knight so much that victory almost seems like an option now. These softer notes symbolize a shift in the player's mind. The belief to be all-powerful Knight is maybe not so persistent after all. I really like these glimmery notes that get added in between the part. They give this theme its mystical feeling, which makes sense since we're fighting a floating killer of darkness. This part seems comfortable, almost soothing. But this feeling doesn't last forever. Part 3 takes the soothing part and completely crushes it up. Pay attention to the glimmery notes from before. They are still audible, but not as much as before. This part is the absolute climax, both in the song and in the battle. The Knight will use their strongest attacks by now, and the player's heart is already racing. This part of Black Knight shows the final clash between hope and evil. Are you strong enough to finally take down this beast, or will you be crushed once again? The heavy notes intensify this moment of the battle so well, and now it's up to you to deliver the final blow and defeat the force of evil. Black Knife once again shows the sheer genius of Toby Fox, both as a musician and a game developer. Sound is able to intensify an already rough battle and capture the story right beside it. Let me know if I missed anything, or what song you want me to see analyze next. This is my first video, so subscribing would really be appreciated. Thank you so much for sticking to the end, have a wonderful rest of your day.